Oh, don't touch my camera, sir. You just touched my camera.
Don't point your camera inside this building.
You just grabbed my camera.
I didn't grab anything.
You absolutely did, sir. It's on video.
Don't point
Please remove yourself from my space. I'm not comfortable with people grabbing at my camera.
Move yourself away from this building then.
All right, do you want to let... I'm sorry?
Do you have some identification?
Why would I need that?
Because you're filming government property right now. So let me see some...
Who are you?
Sergeant Holland. Let me see
Sergeant Holland of the Uniform Division Secret Service. Illegal. So can you please cite the statute that determines where I can and can't?
There's no statute. But if you're going to continue to do something that we don't want you to do, we're going to end up detaining you. So if you want to make this a...
All right, there's no statute, but you're going to detain me?
If you want to make this a lawful situation...
Am I being detained?
We can go there. I'm trying to give you an...
All right, if you want to detain me, go ahead. But
What happens when a journalist on a public sidewalk is told, show your ID or we'll escalate this? And what if he refuses, peacefully but firmly? In downtown Washington, D.C. at 1111 18th Street, NWO, this independent journalist was simply filming a federal building until Sergeant Holland from the U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division stepped in. No law was cited, no crime alleged, yet the officer demanded ID, touched the camera, and later this journalist was detained and searched. Why? Do public servants have the right to override the Constitution because they feel uncomfortable? Or is this a clear-cut case of unlawful detention? Mr. Right D. Refusal. If you stand for civil rights and truth, consider following the original creator for his courageous reporting, and follow this channel to keep public officials accountable. Thanks to the original channel for sharing this critical footage.
You taking pictures of
this building?
You can't take a picture inside the building. You take a picture on the outside of the building.
I am outside the building.
No, I'm saying you can't shoot pictures inside.
So I can't point my camera in that direction?
Not inside. You can take anything outside.
All right, well, that's not really the way cameras work.
Okay.
You understand that?
Do you understand that I'm letting you know that you can't take a picture inside?
Multiple times now.
All right, well, now I'm just filming because you asked me, and that seems like a very odd request to me.
Okay, all right, we'll do it a different way.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm on the public sidewalk.
Correct. And you can take pictures as long as you want, but you can't take a picture inside. You can take a picture of this building.
All right, well, I'm not inside.
No, you can't point your camera inside this parking area.
Are you suggesting that there's a law preventing me from doing that?
I'm letting you know that you cannot take a picture inside here. You can take a picture.
Are you saying it's illegal to?
I'm letting you know. I just explained it to you.
No,
now,
but you're saying...
You take it however you want. I just explained it to you. And I'm not going to keep
what's your name?
it to you. That doesn't matter. I just explained it to you. And don't point your camera inside the room. Yeah.
Well, it does kind of matter your name if you're telling me I can't do something that appears to be completely lawful to me.
Okay. Well, you take it however you want. I just explained it to you.
All right, well, I'm definitely not doing anything that some random person who hasn't identified himself to me does.
You have a nice day.
All right. Don't touch my camera, sir. You just touched my camera.
Don't point your camera inside this building.
You just grabbed my camera.
I didn't grab anything.
You absolutely did, sir. It's on video. Please remove yourself from my space. I'm not comfortable with people grabbing at my camera.
Move yourself away from this building then.
All right, do you want to let...
Filming from a public sidewalk, the independent journalist documents a federal building at 1111 18th Street, NW. Unidentified men confront him, issuing unlawful commands. Do not point your camera inside. No law is cited. Under the First Amendment, individuals have the right to record government buildings from public property. When the cameraman asserts this right, One man physically touches his camera, a possible violation of the Fourth Amendment protecting against unreasonable seizures. These actions reflect a clear abuse of authority with no legal basis. The journalist remains calm, lawful, and asserts boundaries while the responders escalate without identified tissue or court norms. This is not a crime scene, nor is it a restricted area.
This gentleman knows that there's nothing illegal about what I'm doing right now.
I don't know what you've been doing out
Well,
here.
these guys just come out and tell, I'm filming on the public sidewalk. I was literally just walking by, videotaping all the buildings, and these gentlemen come out and tell me that there's some reason I can't be doing what I'm doing, which is
You can do whatever you want. You just can't film inside this building. That's what I just said.
All right, well, I'm on public property, and there are no laws about which way you can point your camera on public property.
You can't film inside.
I'm not inside.
Explain that to him. I'm not going to explain it to him again.
All right, well, if I'm doing something illegal, you can arrest me.
You can
And
move on.
you can cite
You
the
can move
code.
on.
I know I can, but I choose not to now that you guys are acting like this. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that this, like, you're telling me that you grab my camera and you're telling me that I can't do it.
I will have your camera. I reposition your camera.
All right, so now you're admitting on camera that you were messing with my camera gear.
You said I grabbed your camera.
What's it? That's what it appeared to be to me.
Have a nice day.
All right. I can't hear you. I'm not inside the building.
What you doing, bro?
Sorry?
What you doing? Just taking
Standing on a public sidewalk,
I'm just
taking
asking.
photos.
You just taking pictures of everybody?
Yeah, well, these guys, I was just walking down the street, but these guys came out and started telling me where I can point my camera. So I figured that now this is something worth pointing my camera at.
Don't get yourself in trouble, man.
I don't think I will. I can't hear you. I'm sorry?
Do you have some identification?
Why would I need that?
Because you're filming government property right now. So let me see some
Who are you?
Sergeant Holland. Let me see some
Sergeant
ID.
Holland of the Uniform Division Secret Service?
Let me see some ID.
Absolutely not, sir.
Then you need to proceed
I need to proceed.
away from this building.
All right, this is a public sidewalk.
Are you
So why-
going to do that, or are we going to escalate this?
You can escalate whatever you want. I'm standing on the public sidewalk engaged in a perfectly lawful activity.
You cannot film inside the building.
I'm not inside the building.
You're filming inside the
All right,
building.
so there's some law determining where I can and cannot point my camera while I'm
Yes.
on public land? Really, what law would that be?
Yes.
What law would that be?
That is our property. We do not
All
want
right.
you filming it. Do you
So if
understand?
you're in public,
So I'm
if you're in
telling
public, you can film anybody's property
I'm
that you
telling
want,
you that we
as long
don't-
as you don't walk on their
I'm
property.
telling you, we don't want you filming that.
All right, you might not want that, but there's not actually a law preventing it, sir.
Yes, it is. Because
What
I'm
law?
telling you that you can.
All right, so you can
So
trespass
you're
me.
obeying, so you're disobeying a lawful order.
Just because I was just walking down the street, and your guys come out and start grabbing at my camera and telling me which way I can point my
Okay,
camera.
so you're upset.
Well, I mean, it seems, yes, I'm upset that that guy grabbed my camera.
Okay, because he's trying to do his job.
Well, that's not even
Okay,
close
so
to his
how
job.
can I
I can
help? So how
guarantee
can I
you.
help
You can ask your guys to stop harassing me on the public sidewalk.
Okay, are you going to proceed so that they're not bothering you? Or are you going to make this more of an
Well,
issue?
now that they've bothered me, it's kind of like a thing now. Like they're telling me where I can and can't walk, and where I can and can't point my camera on
That's
public
a government
property.
building, and we don't want you filming it.
All right. you not wanting me to do something is different than it being illegal. So can you please cite the statute that determines where I can and can't?
There's no statute. But if you're going to continue to do something that we don't want you to do, we're going to end up detaining you. So if you want to make this a
there's no statute, but you're going to detain me?
If you want to make this a lawful situation...
Am I being detained?
We can go there. I'm trying to give you an...
All right, if you want to detain me, go ahead. But I'm telling...
The independent journalist continues filming from a public sidewalk, repeatedly reminding the officers that no law restricts where a camera may point. Their insistence becomes confrontational as they justify a claim that filming the interior is prohibited without citing any statute. Under the First Amendment, recording government property from public space is protected, and nothing here resembles a crime scene or a restricted facility. When Sergeant Holland arrives and demands identification, he escalates the encounter by threatening detention despite admitting there is no statute to enforce. The journalist correctly rejects the order, as compulsory identification without reasonable suspicion violates the Fourth Amendment and established case law. This exchange exposes clear police misconflict and a conflict between police versus law.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to leave the spot.
Okay, all right.
So am I being detained?
Yeah, in a second you will be.
No, am I right now or not?
No.
Okay.
I'm giving you the opportunity to leave. No.
Well, not that you're saying there's no statute, but you're gonna detain me. Do you realize how ridiculous of a thing that is to say?
What it means is, put it this way. We're asking you not to do something. You're continually...
Right, the way you asked me not to do a lawful activity, and your friends asked me not to do a lawful activity, is the problem itself, right? So now it's kind of a point, right? Because I'm doing a lawful activity. You're telling me you're going to detain me for doing a lawful activity.
Film in here. You want to film
That's not a lawful order, sir.
You can do that. I'm asking you
Sir, I can film whatever way I want in public property. No, you weren't asking me. Your guys were ordering me to, and you're saying you're going to detain me for doing a lawful activity.
Because what I'm going to do is find out who you are. It's called an investigative stop.
You can go ahead and find out who I am, but...
let me see some identification.
Well, I don't actually. So we're posted the unlawful detention. Sergeant Holland unlawfully detained me. What's your name, sir?
No. I didn't unlawfully detain you.
Oh, you absolutely did.
For my safety,
I'm done talking to you.
For my safety.
Sergeant, can I have a second?
All right, so what was the statute? Because before you said I was violating no statute.
I asked you for identification. You chose
you have
not
to have
identify yourself.
That's a secondary. All right, so refusing to identify is a secondary offense.
Understand something.
First, you have to have reasonable, articulable.
I do not know who you are. For my safety and your safety, I made sure that you wasn't a threat to me. Do you understand that?
I was holding a camera, and you had no right to detain me without reasonable, articulable suspicion that I had committed.
You have a backpack. There could be explosives in here. You're standing in front of our federal building.
You have the right to detain anyone who walks by here wearing a backpack?
No. You are standing here.
All right, that's not unlawful.
And you refuse to leave.
That's not unlawful.
That is a problem for us.
It's a problem for you. It's not unlawful.
You mind if I have a second, Sergeant?
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm not going to give you my name, but I'm going to talk to you.
You're not going to give me your name. You're a Secret Service Uniform Division officer, and you're not going to give me your name right now.
Correct, I'm not required to, okay? But I'm trying to talk to you like a person.
I believe that's your policy.
I'm trying to talk to you like a person.
Are you saying that's not your policy, sir? I want to know who I'm talking to before I talk to you.
Okay. I can see you're shaking. I can see you're noticeably nervous.
Yeah, because I was just...
Look, hey, I don't know what happened prior to me getting here. I'm here to try to help resolve this, okay? Nobody's going to hurt you. I see you're visibly shaken, right? I'm just trying to help out, okay?
All right, well, I would like you to identify yourself before I talk to you.
What I'm telling you, okay, is you have a right to be on public sidewalk, okay? I'm sure you're familiar with the law.
And I have the right to film anywhere I want from the public.
Correct. You cannot stand and block entry to a vehicle exit
or a
pedestrian exit.
I was not.
I'm not accusing you of doing that. I'm telling you for future reference, okay? You cannot stand in front of a vehicle entrance. You cannot block a pedestrian
I was
entrance.
right here where I was illegally detained. This is not a vehicle or a pedestrian entrance.
Okay. I mean, there's a loading dock here.
Well, technically I was right here, so, you know, you put me there.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
I'm telling you from here on, okay? You cannot stay there. You cannot stay over there. Okay?
I can stand right here. There's no law preventing me from doing that.
Yeah, that's you're right there. You're dangerously close.
No, right here.
Okay.
Behind the barricade where I was when he illegally detained me.
Okay, that's fine. You can stand there. You can do that.
Sergeant Holland confirms he is detaining the journalist, but still cannot cite any statute, rule, or legal justification. The cameraman clearly invokes his rights, stating that refusing to show ID is not grounds for detention without reasonable suspicion, as required by the Fourth Amendment. Holland then justifies the stop by vaguely claiming potential threats like explosives despite no visible cause or behavior. This amounts to a baseless investigative detention. Furthermore, refusing to identify oneself when not lawfully detained is not a crime in D.C. The officer's refusal to provide his name violates departmental standards. This is a clear clash of police versus law and a textbook case of police misconduct under constitutional law.
All right, you cannot harass individuals coming in and out per vehicles or on foot. Okay?
You're individuals. I did not talk to anyone who did not address me first.
Again, I'm not accusing you of doing anything. I'm trying to explain what's happening.
So why was I detained? What was the crime that I was detained for?
I don't know.
What was the crime that I was detained for?
The personnel, the security personnel down here.
That's not a crime. I'm not hearing a crime. What was the crime I was detained for?
We were investigating who you were.
That's not a crime.
You keep saying it's a crime. I'm telling you.
That's not a reason to detain someone.
Because you're standing in front of our building. I told you that a million times.
That's not a reason to detain someone.
I just told you
standing in front of your building on a public sidewalk is not a reason to detain someone.
Right now you're good to go.
What's your name, officer?
Can I ask you something?
You're going to refuse to identify? All right, well, I see it right there. It's James Fisher.
Can I ask you something?
You can ask. I'm not sure I'll answer.
Like I said, I'm just here talking to you, okay? You don't got to be defensive with me. I'm just here talking to you.
I don't know who I've got to be defensive with after that.
Okay, look, I'm not going to hurt you. Nobody's going to hurt you, okay? You're out of cuffs. You're standing up. You've got your shit. Nobody's trying to hurt you. Okay, I'm just trying to talk to you like a human being here, bro. All right? What brings you over here?
Your officers came out and started harassing me. That is the reason that I stayed.
Well, obviously you were over here prior to that happening. So I'm just asking, what brings you to this area?
Yes, I was walking down the street filming.
You're walking? And
they come out and tell me which way I can and can't point my camera. Okay. That's why I'm here.
So you just stayed because they told you you couldn't?
Yeah, because they were trying to issue unlawful orders.
Okay, well, you understand you're standing right at the entrance to a federal building. That's
not a crime. Cause for alarm is not a crime, and it's definitely not a reason to detain someone, Sergeant.
You think that what you're telling me, I could care less.
The law right there for that, it's incommoding. You cannot
I already explained it.
Yeah,
he just wants to play games.
All right.
He wants to play games, so you can do this all day.
All right, well, I'm free to go, right?
Yes, you are.
All right, we'll settle this in court.
Okay, well, have a good day, sir.
Sergeant Holland receives a D for escalating without legal basis, detaining without articulable suspicion, and refusing to cite any statute or identify himself. The journalist earns an A, remaining calm, asserting constitutional rights, and demonstrating textbook ID refusal techniques. This encounter reinforces why knowing your rights matter. Under ID refusal, no one can be legally forced to identify themselves without cause. Every citizen on public property has the right to record, refuse unlawful orders, and remain silent. Let's keep officials accountable and support lawful civil resistance. Follow Mr. Wright DID Refusal for more real-world breakdowns and support the original channel for their courage. The fight for civil liberty begins with awareness and action. All referenced in this video: First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Brown v. Texas, 1979, D.C. Code No Stop and Identify Statute,